Welcome to AI Success Journeys. Discover the AI tools and stories entrepreneurs use to build businesses and transform their lives. Let's dive in.
All right, Jack, buckle up because today's journey is less a gentle cruise and more like a rocket launch without a seatbelt. We are talking about an entrepreneur who I think just redefined fast.
Oh, I'm ready. And honestly, the initial stats on this one blew my mind. We're diving into the world of Roy Lee, the 21-year-old founder of a company called Cluely. And Jill, when I say company, I mean a company hitting $500,000 in monthly recurring revenue in just 2 months.
2 months. That's not just fast, that's like light speed. And he's 21? Most people are still trying to figure out how to do their laundry at 21, let alone build a $6 million ARR business.
Seriously, it's an almost unbelievable trajectory. So Cluely, at its core, is an AI assistant. But here's the kicker. It sees what you see, hears what you hear, and gives you live assistance without you even having to prompt it.
And the really clever part, the part that sets it apart, and dare I say links back to Roy's earlier ventures, is that it's invisible to screen sharing. So if you're in a Zoom meeting, a sales call, an interview, and you need a little AI help, nobody else knows you're using it. It's like having a super smart whisperer in your ear.
Exactly. Invisible AI assistance. That's a game changer for so many professional scenarios. But this isn't just a story about a cool AI tool. It's about Roy Lee himself, this 21-year-old founder who combines this incredible entrepreneurial spirit with an intense work ethic and a marketing strategy he famously calls cheating on everything.
Oh, we have to get into that marketing strategy later. But first, his origin story is just wild. It's less a straight path to success and more like a roller coaster designed by a mad scientist.
A mad scientist who happens to be a genius, because where he is now, incredible. So let's rewind to the beginning, to his Harvard story. And this is juicy.
It really is. Imagine your parents literally run a college admissions consulting company. Their job is to get kids into places like Harvard. And Roy, he's the golden child, right? Captain of the math team, debate team, gets into Harvard early acceptance. He's set.
Sounds like the perfect life, the perfect trajectory. Investment banking, econ, you know the drill. But then it takes a turn, a big turn.
A turn that involves sneaking out of a school field trip, meeting a girlfriend, being out at 2 a.m., police involvement, minors past curfew. I mean, it's a whole movie plot.
And Harvard finds out, which for an institution like Harvard is a huge no-no. They don't mess around. So in what must have been a soul-crushing moment for Roy and his family, Harvard rescinds their offer.
Can you even imagine? It's July. Everyone else is gearing up for college, and your acceptance to Harvard, the pinnacle of your family's business, is revoked? His parents must have been in full-blown panic mode.
Absolutely. And Roy describes it as mentally torturous. He spends an entire year essentially locked up in his room, gaining weight, not talking to anyone but his parents, just programming a ton. That's a rough reset for anyone, let alone a super high-achieving 18-year-old.
But here's where the chip on the shoulder comes in, right? That year of isolation and perceived failure, it fueled something in him. He decided he needed to prove everyone wrong, to build a gigantic company so nobody would ever look down on Roy Lee again. That's a powerful motivator.
It really is. It turned what many would see as a crushing defeat into this incredible drive. So his parents, still wanting him to get an education, suggest college. Roy, always thinking bigger, says, "Okay, I'm going to San Francisco. That's where companies are built."
Smart move. Location, location, location. And his mom, ever the pragmatic, says, go to community college in the Bay. So he does. It's a stepping stone, but he's still got that company building goal locked in.
And then, after a year, the classic Asian parent move, as he describes it, okay, transfer to a good school now. And he gets into Columbia University as a transfer student. So from Harvard recension to community college to Columbia, what a redemption arc.
On paper, yes, but in his head, he's still locked into building a company. So what does he do on his first day at Columbia? He's not joining clubs or going to orientation. He's walking around asking every smart-looking kid he sees, "Hey, do you want to start a company with me?"
That's audacious. Out of maybe 50 people, he finds one, Neil, his future co-founder. And that's how they started hacking on a bunch of things.
Which eventually led to their first big product, or at least the one that got major attention, Interview Coder. And this, Jack, goes straight back to the cheating theme.
Oh, it does. The concept was explicit. How do you cheat on a technical interview? For anyone unfamiliar, technical interviews for software engineering jobs often involve these complex programming riddles, often called leet code style problems.
And they built a tool that listens to the audio, sees the screen, and gives you the answer in real time. It's basically an AI cheat sheet for job interviews. Roy then records himself using this tool to get multiple job offers and post the content.
The first video, showing him using it to get an offer from Amazon, goes viral. 20,000 views, then it just explodes. But as you can imagine, this does not go unnoticed by Amazon itself.
Definitely not. An executive at Amazon sees the video, contacts Columbia, and says, "Hey, this kid is cheating. This is really bad. You need to expel him or we're not going to hire from your school anymore." Talk about high stakes.
Columbia naturally launches a giant disciplinary hearing, sides with Amazon, and Roy ends up suspended or kicked out of school. So to recap, rescinded from Harvard, then kicked out of Columbia. He's batting 1,000 for Ivy League expulsions.
It's quite the track record, isn't it? But here's the fascinating part. Throughout this whole ordeal, he's tweeting every single update. He's essentially live blogging his own academic demise.
And this is where his genius for marketing and understanding the digital landscape really shines. He knows he's effed up if he can't see this through, with 0 job prospects from his previous actions. But he also understands a crucial Silicon Valley truth.
Which is, investors love seeing kids do crazy shit. They are eager to put money into people who are making big bets, pushing boundaries. The virality, the controversy, it all protected him. It created hype, allowed him to raise a round, and suddenly he had $5 million in funding. From getting kicked out of school to getting $5 million. That's a pivot.
It's absolutely wild. From that low point to having funding, he's now thinking, man, what is the next big thing? And thankfully, he didn't just stick with Interview Coder.
Right. They had built this core technology that allowed you to use AI without anyone knowing you were using AI. They realized that specific capability was far, far bigger than just cheating on technical interviews.
Which makes perfect sense. The application of invisible AI extends to so many more areas. Imagine being on a sales call and someone asks a question you don't know, and AI whispers the answer in your ear. Or discussing a promotion with your boss, and AI tells you exactly what to say to get that raise.
Exactly. So they pivoted to Cluely. The vision is to be an AI pane of glass that lives on your screen, monitors everything, is invisible to screen sharing tools, and gives you real-time answers. It's a super assistant for life.
And the growth, as we mentioned earlier, has been explosive. $500,000 a month in revenue in 2 months, over 1 million installs just from short-form content. That brings us to his marketing strategy, cheat on everything.
Oh, this is where it gets really good. It's controversial, it's provocative, and it's brilliant in its execution. The tagline alone, cheat on everything, is designed to be punchy. As Roy says, if they just called it a smart AI for your meetings, nobody would care.
It absolutely creates that whirlwind of momentum, as he calls it, generating both criticism and empathy. It gets people talking, and that's the goal. They don't just put out standard marketing videos, they do stunts.
Like the Black Mirror-style dating video, which is darkly humorous. A guy uses AI smart glasses, which Cluely isn't, it's browser-based, to flit on a date, with the AI telling him exactly what to say to make the girl fall in love with him. It vividly portrays a certain worldview, and it went super viral.
It's like a dystopian romance novel, but for a tech product. And then there's the 50 Interns video, a startup run by a 21-year-old offering $50 an hour for 50 interns. That's unheard of.
It screams young, rich, and moving fast, which is exactly the brand image they want. It wasn't just about hiring, it was about branding, getting 5 million impressions. He talks about mind share being key.
This is a really insightful point. He argues you don't need 1 billion meaningless views. If someone sees their cinematic, controversial launch video once, it has the same mental effect as seeing a generic billboard 100 times. It's about the craziness and quality of the view that captures the mind.
Which leads directly into his brain rot theory and his distribution-first thesis. This, to me, is where he really unpacks the modern digital landscape.
Distribution first. He says if you can get 1 billion views a month, it doesn't matter if you're selling perfume or software, you're going to get rich. He's honed in on short-form content, TikTok, Reels, Shorts, as the golden ticket right now.
And his theory for why is brilliant. There's a gigantic delta. Consumption of content has increased 100x. People are addicted to brain rot scrolling, but the amount of people creating content hasn't kept pace.
So there's a shortage of content for people to brain rot on. This means the value of a content creator is incredibly high, yet many influencers are still underpaid. He leverages this by reaching out to influencers with hundreds of thousands of followers who can't even make a living.
It's a huge market inefficiency he's exploiting. They flood the zone with short-form content, feeding the algorithm without needing to produce high-quality, hour-long YouTube essays. It's pure volume and strategic virality.
And he also highlights the difference between platforms. On X, formerly Twitter, their marketing often sparks outrage, with people calling it unethical. But on Instagram, the humor and reception are totally different.
Exactly. He says if Twitter users saw the comments on an Instagram reel, they'd realize the world has changed. X rewards controversial text, Instagram rewards controversial visuals. They play to both, adapting their content for each platform's unique audience and algorithm. It's a masterclass in understanding platform specificities.
It really is. It shows a deep understanding of not just what to say, but where and how to say it for maximum impact. And this ties into his broader philosophy about founders today.
He's absolutely right when he says founders need to be creators. He goes as far as saying if a company's head of marketing doesn't have at least 100,000 followers, they need to be replaced. The game has changed. It's all about converting awareness and eyeballs into dollars.